Hello, how are we all doing today? It's the 5th Grotstream. It's going to be as hectic as all the others. I have with me Nenerus. Say hello. Hello.
Hi.
And Arindis.
Hello.
Okay. Quick mic check. If either of them are too loud or too quiet, shout at me. Yeah, playing this scenario.
Or at us. Oh, God.
Or if I'm too loud or if I'm too quiet, shout at me.
Shout out to Mimo subs. Hi,
Are we
Mimo
really doing
subs
that?
in the chat. Mimo subs, hi. How you doing, darling? You had a good week? You had a good week, darling?
All right.
I
So,
missed you.
So, without further ado, we are actually, should we start moving over to Idagal now?
Where are we going?
Where are we going?
I have no idea what's going on.
I think we are.
Excellent suggestion. Let's begin.
Hello, Nindis. Welcome to the chat. How's your week been? Thank you for the subs.
Stop fucking around and let's get going. We're gonna do it. We're gonna go to Idagal. It's gonna be all right.
Okay.
We will do call-ins later.
Can we get a praise Roth in chat?
Praise Roth. Yeah. We'll do call-ins later. Zip, if you promise not to say the N-word, yeah, sure, come in. It'll be fun.
Wait, did we all have to promise that?
I'm afraid so.
Oh.
You can only handle so much of the new soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
It's
New
not
soundtrack.
that special.
New soundtrack sounds exactly like fucking the old soundtrack. Even in the instances, like it's all the same music.
It's all the same. Yeah, it's just screeching
Listen.
violins.
Yeah.
It has been 3 minutes and you guys are whinging.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well,
Could you not give it like 5 minutes at least?
Oh, we gotta do a positivity stream. Actually, I love Lotro. Actually,
Yeah.
but
yeah, I love Lotro.
Well,
I
no.
love
I was complimenting that dwarf place before we started. I said I enjoyed the quest there. I did the side quests on the weekend. I actually enjoyed them.
Yeah, we did a few side quests just to finish off the zone. And
Rot, we took our. No. Our difficulty we took down.
Who
We're in
cares,
difficulty
man?
3
It's just a
fearless.
stream. It doesn't matter.
Oh.
I'm not
Okay.
going all the way.
Only Olishar has walked into Idagal. Will
God.
he tell us what to expect?
If only you could do it in options, like any other game.
If only you could do it in a setting. That'd be nice.
But you have to go find a specific
No.
NPC.
All right.
No, you know what? Screw that. I like that you have to go back and change it. Like it's makes it less accessible. If you could just turn down the volume or like the difficulty whenever you want. It's just
You're right. No
out
need
of-
for quality of life. And speaking of, oh my god, I've got some thoughts.
No,
So,
I hate quality of
all
life.
right, so I know you do. So you wouldn't mind going all the way to Kofrau, the entrance of Kofrau, or the middle of Nashubu or whatever to get the barters. So the instances dropped on Wednesday, and you know what? The instances themselves, I find quite fun. But like the only thing I really have a problem with is the fact that if you want to go into the barters, the instance barters, you've got to run all the way to each one, and they're all over the fucking shop. So yeah, I like going on a pilgrimage to Mecca every time I want to get myself a knife, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit much. I found it really annoying with the last expansion too. I mean, at least like I set my milestone there, but
at least the last expansion, everything was in the same place, which I hope wouldn't have been the case here, but whatever.
Wait! You're saying it's all spread out? Oh shit! I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's all spread out. Look,
I haven't taken a look yet.
If you open the map, you can see sports from Kofrau all the way in the middle, and that's just one of 3. Like it kind of makes sense narratively, I suppose, but it's like
yeah.
It is what it is. All right.
Also, there's no stables there.
Okay, so Rolf asked to play the free man. We aren't actually playing the instances today. Hello, Ethereum. Yeah, let's go, boy. We're not playing the instances today, but once we get to level cap, we will do instant streams where we'll go in and sort of talk about mechanics, maybe talk about the landscape design of the instances themselves, because there's something to talk to. There's definitely something to talk about there. All right. Well, further ado.
I haven't seen them. I know nothing about them.
Ah, nice and blind.
Woke up yesterday. I'm completely blind. I don't know if it's good or bad. All I've heard is Grot saying that the boss room is a box, and I don't like the sound of
Yeah,
that.
that's something we could talk about in another stream. Of our company, only Ulishar has walked into Idagal. Will he tell us what to expect, and where to first we shall go? Even mighty Shuruk Nin would hesitate to lock on the gates of MX Dull, knowing the Ordekai and the Fardoof have joined hands within.
Is the Shurignin something that we are supposed to be familiar with?
I don't know.
I actually don't remember.
I really don't
in the
know.
slightest. In
Genuinely
the slightest. Tarduth? Okay, I know what
Ninjas.
those are. They're those elf zombies or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. The
Uh-huh.
Fardu for
To play with my Otugi.
play with my Atsugi guys, you know.
Yeah.
Play with my
You got
Atsugi.
none.
Let's see how you do. Max Doll has borne many names over the span of its history. Oh, here we go. Here we go again. Alicia with the fucking history lesson. All right. Each chosen by the power that controlled it. The Menuns of Nisaka, the Korthan League, and now the Ordekai. But Rahazi is right. We should not make the... I thought that was Mizadi. Those two actually just sort of... They merge you into one in my mind. We should not make directly for Emax Dol. Instead, let us pass into Idagal and follow the road northward. There we will find a pleasant settlement beside a green oasis. It is called Ahaba. The Beltani herdsmen who dwell there showed me kindness while I wandered. A few years before I was imprisoned by the Ordekai. If Malgazor lives there still, he may help us. I knew him not. But by his reputation, he was a man of influence among those who live by the water. There we go. Let's go, boys. We're going into the new area. New to us, anyway.
I poke my head in.
You poked your head in? I did too.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Nanaras?
Hey, man.
Where's your sense
Sometimes
of
you got it.
unity?
Sometimes you got to encourage yourself a little bit to explore. It's nice. It's nice.
Is it?
It's very big again. So
No
there's
way,
that.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah,
I did not see that.
I mean, the rain kind of spoils the sort of full view of their zone, but you know what? We can't account for the weather.
No.
Not even Gandalf can change the weather, guys.
We can't rain date it, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Arindus is a wee bit quiet.
Arindus is quiet.
But that's
She
fine. I
speaks
don't mind.
quiet though. All right.
I don't. I feel like I'm yelling.
I turned you up.
Ooh. On stream?
All right. I guess this is it.
Where are you
Fuck
guys
it.
going? You guys
I'm
are
going down here.
splitting up. You guys are going like different.
Just follow Grot. Always follow Grot.
Okay.
Oh my god, the frame drop
Okay.
right there was insane.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm having the worst lag and frame drop combined this morning, and this afternoon, whatever time it is.
Well,
It's
I
terrible.
remember on Bora, this zone in particular was very, like, Idagal in general was very bad for your frame rate. It would, like, crawl to a halt when we
Yeah.
got to, like, the middle of the lake. So, according to this, yeah, it's on the other side, so we're just gonna fucking get there. Let me check.
Excuse you. I'm exploring.
Moine, how's it going? You're not that late. We've only started, like, 10 minutes ago. Tell your buddies
Moine,
to
nice
get here.
to see you.
And it takes us forever to do
bud,
anything. So
Show us map.
He didn't
Yeah,
miss
yeah,
anything.
Ruff, we got to show the map, right? This is the new map from the update, the UI scaling update. Look at this amazing map. There's more map for me to show you in the middle of the stream, Ruff. So we can also minimize it, which is a thing that like plugins have been able to do or UI skins have been able to do. It's nice that it's a feature now. It would be nice. Oh, you can resize it. So I can resize it to here, all the way over here. So we have a very interactable map now. So that's really cool, you know? So if I just do this every time I talk, put the map as the bottom of the chat hider, that would be pretty good. All right.
Oh
get
my
rid of that.
god.
Actually, I definitely, you can't read that. Come on. Much better. Right.
I mean, it's nice to have. It's nice to have. I'll say that.
Wow.
That's one
Lamar.
change I can't fault them for.
But can we talk about the texture in the background of the map?
What, the texture?
I mean, Lotro repeating, copying, flipping textures. That's like
They're not
humans
even-
breathing.
They're not flipping it. They just have like it's the most insane thing I've ever seen in the game.
All right, so there's some guy dead there for some reason. Three guys dead.
I noticed that.
I wonder what that's about. Very mysterious. All right, let's get through the ship.
Wow.
Outsiders are often
Mr.
drawn to
Cole,
Ahaba by the oasis. It is the custom of my people to welcome any who desire water or food. and if they come in peace and offer work in exchange for these gifts. We have had difficulty with the vultures of late. Should you go and... Oh, here we go. Go and deal with the vultures. You ask Malgazor to describe the vultures and tell you where you can find them, and he smiles broadly at you. Some of these vultures fly upon wings, and at the fane of Shahuru, but others bear swords of Ordak, and they too are unwelcome. They reside at the Witherwatch. Still, other vultures might once have called Ahaba their home, but now they live at Kidubala and prey upon their former neighbors. I am pleased you understand me. I understand you just about.
There's a go-to icon on the map. That's all you... He could have just said that, too.
Yeah, well, no, it's... The idea is that, they're just... Go kill some more older guy. They are vultures in these lands who are killing people, maybe.
Nemo is so right. The names really make you associate, and they really do. Like, I'm not registering the names. I'm just hearing blah, blah, blah.
The gameplay does. The landscape does.
Okay. We just gotta go through it and be as open-minded
The positivity stream.
as we can.
Be
No,
positive.
Hey.
fuck the positivity, the forced positivity. We're not doing
That's
that.
on them. That's on them to
No,
engage
no.
us with engaging gameplay. So let's see if they can give it to us.
name 3 things. But let's name 3 things that we love about The Lord of the Rings Online from 2007. Okay? I like when you find cabbage on the ground randomly.
Is that
Really?
really... Okay, no, we're gonna be serious about this.
Yeah.
That isn't just a point to play the game, though, is it? Think about it. 3 things
No, but
that
I
you
love
want to
it.
do. 3 things that you want to do, like that really wants to make you log on. 3 things that you like about the game. For me, the instances and the community around sort of the game itself. The ability to play with your friends, basically, is what I'm saying. Number 2, it's a comfy game. The game is still comfy. There are things that make it uncomfy sometimes, but mostly comfy vibe, right? And number 3, the fact that I'm playing so long, and I really don't want to let it go just yet.
So sunk
I think
cost.
you mentioned like
Sunk costs.
fine.
Yeah,
big
let's be honest.
things.
Yeah. But what would bring in a new player would not be something that I'm particularly, I would play so much now as the older stuff, the original content and shit. It's a classic. And, yeah, I can't lag jump up there. Whatever. You guys
Yeah, you
managed it?
can. Yeah, you can do it.
Seriously?
Oh, buddy, I believe in you.
What the fuck? This is
You're
embarrassing.
overthinking it.
Right, there we go. All right,
There
Come on,
you
come on.
go.
It's a jumping puzzle. It's a purposeful jumping puzzle put in there.
Yeah.
No, we just went the wrong way. All right, so there's actual vultures. This guy lied to us.
There's actual vultures here, but there's like Ordekai vultures somewhere else.
Probably you have to kill both, right?
I do not remember how to play this game. It's been a week, man.
How's
Smash
the
button.
frame rate on the stream, guys? This is a little stuttery here, and I might turn the graphics down a little bit if it's too bad. Oh. Yeah, for someone who gotten into sunk cost mindset, Grot is at least not coping about and denying the issues of the game. Sorry, I completely butchered that message. Yeah, the thing is, I have to alt-tab to check the chat. And every time I do, the game, like, actually, I'll show you. Come on. What the fuck? All right, there we go. You see in the middle, the frame rate, right here, right? The frame rate. It's all right. It's about 80, could be better. I alt-tab. And it goes, like, all the way down. And it's stuck at 17. Because it's no longer the active window, so to speak. And that's where, every time I alt-tab, that's where the fucking frame rate drops. That's annoying as fuck. Brokey doesn't have a second monitor, that's correct. I barely have one monitor. 9. There is an option for that. Please tell me. Please tell me the option.
Would it really matter? Because, man, I'm getting like the worst frame rates in Lotro lately, and I don't have a computer from 2007. And
Yeah,
maybe that's the problem.
Get back to me on that one, Ivor. And then, because I would like to be able to... There you go, look. Boom. I'm definitely turning down my graphics. What the fuck?
So I have been playing I played Diablo for like an evening last night just for funsies because I want to like finish it up completely. Anyway, it's so weird getting back to Lotro because it's so fucking slow.
I swear to God, if the
compared
game
to,
crashes
like...
now, I will scream.
Yeah.
I know. I was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance like the past couple of nights,
Oh,
and it's a
that
little
is slow.
laggy. Like it's a little slow, but this feels slower somehow.
Yeah. I
Well,
know a
again,
guy who worked in that game.
It's a matter
Oh,
of.
yeah?
It's a matter of.
Yeah.
Really enjoy it.
This will have to do. It's a matter of the game being single-threaded, and the fact
Yeah.
that like you could have a pretty good computer, but the stuttering is like the biggest fucking like pain in the ass, right? And
Yeah.
that's
annoying.
because like, yeah, it's single-threaded, so you can't fucking use like all of the computer's oomph, so to speak.
Yeah.
So how was you?
Oh, shit.
So to those who've done the instances now, how have you? You know, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts, chat? Let's get a bit of a discussion going. Yeah, you can cast it to the TV. The first stream we did, someone actually did that. That was funny as fuck.
Oh, Mimo
Guys
says
have
they
TVs?
love the instances.
I'm sure you did. What was your favorite boss, Mimo?
People still doing Dragon in the Storm? Oh, no, something else. Dragon. Oh, no, they are.
Holden Palace. That's the ones that
And
people are
Elephant.
calling it.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dragon's probably be Roving Threat, probably.
Oh, I see. I was like,
Oh yeah.
Very good, Mimo.
like-
I really liked Jacques Rook too, but Kark Duish and the Kardashians, they weren't a very good boss. That was a very tricky boss. Yeah, around in the scenario, like
should have
griefing
post.
a game by making us lag so that they can do their stream without anyone like streaming and laughing.
they started pouring water on the Marriott server. Or sorry, they contacted someone to go do it.
They contacted someone to pour Sprite on the servers again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it me or the music just doesn't want to play? Oh, it's because I have it turned off.
Okay.
This is the energy we have today. We are retard maxing. Oh, it's
Yeah.
terrible. All right. Let's fucking stop fucking around. It's just the map doesn't help us. But,
There you go. Here's a vulture. I think this is one that we need.
oh, so we have to get like vultures in specific areas. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
You
I'm
guys didn't
falling through
realize
a
that?
rock.
Yeah, no, that's what we have to
Right.
do. We have to all across this map, these canyons, all this crap.
All right, let's get on our wall steeds and just get up this road, honestly.
We're at one. We're at one.
Yeah, but like actually
it's
we're
on
not.
top of
It's
this.
on top of this big fucking these rocks and shit.
So we'll have to find the specific
We have
path.
to find
and
the
then-
path and oh, actually, I have a feeling it's actually on
Can
the other
we-
side. Look, you see how there's like a sort of line that
Oh.
goes up? Yeah, we'll go that way.
Oh
Follow
god,
me.
yeah.
Did we find out why there were so many dead people at the village as well?
Nah.
That's like a side
Okay.
quest that's just there. So should have called the guards, the watchmen. There's some corpses in the middle of your town, but
No, the watchmen
Yeah.
are too busy. Who watches the watchmen? I don't know.
That's deep, bro. That's so deep.
guys, I
Crashing
found the
out.
path. I found the path. It's on the other side. It's on the wrong. You guys went the wrong way. Shit.
no, you're wrong.
There'll
I'm
be
not.
another one. I'll show you.
Although I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'll
I know.
meet you guys.
All right, which way? Where are we going? Because you can
I'm
go
so
to the town, right?
tired.
By the looks of it, you can go either way.
I think so. Usually, that's one thing they're better at with camps now, where it's like there'll be a few points of entry, though. I don't know.
The Wither Watch. We're going to go into a completely different angle. This is smart. Fat think of that one, didn't I? Well, I have the healer and you don't.
I already got.
Healer
I'm almost done. I'm
is-
almost done. I almost got all my vultures.
Fuck. Yeah, we should have just went with you, then. You honestly should just carry us the entire time.
Are you
Nen is
getting my
carrying.
drops?
We're not, but we are killing things on the way up. So there is like a
Oh,
whole
shit.
Die,
dying.
Nanaras. This is why you stay
Oh, no,
close
not
to
yet,
the
not
healer.
yet.
Everyone point and laugh at Nanaras.
well, there's a whole camp
Well,
of
the
I live
healer's
in it, I
about to
live.
fail. So.
All right. And then,
That was bad heal job.
do we just run in and fear them so we can get to Nen?
You only need
Sure.
4.
Oh, we'll just kill these two outside.
Just do the 4 you need and then meet me down because I already got. I have like 3 left or 1 left. Yeah, there must be 2 ways in. So what else are they? You said that they said, sorry, that they're adding more stuff with this UI update, or they're touching it up. What are they doing to it? Like, what else are they adding?
As far as I know, the only actual thing that's changed was the fact you can now scale the item, the UI a bit more. I'm not going to touch it because it will just fuck up my entire UI setup, which is nobody wants that. But yeah, you've got a global setting. You've got all of these options now to scale things individually. But it still can be quite. If you scale it too high, it can be quite blurry.
Well, no, so I know that. I just meant that they said that this is the first iteration, quote, unquote. What's that like? What's the second iteration look like? Have they even indicated what they're adding to it?
Okay,
You have
Renner,
a first time chatter.
Yeah, no, that's Late Renner. How's it going, buddy? He says, save
hey there.
your UI with the UI you lay out and save file name. Yeah, that will still work.
Yeah, that's what I did.
The actual issues really are just in forms of, well, the fact I'm running a custom skin, and so I've got a larger dressing room, right? And this is a little buggy, but that's pretty easy to fix. So, yeah, generally
that's the only
speaking,
thing that was messed up on
it's
mine.
like, again, my resolution, my monitor's resolution is just your standard, box standard. It's not 2K, not 4K, nothing special. So, ultimately it will, hopefully, for 4K monitors, it's better. Right, let's stop yapping. We're going to have to rescue Neneris. He's too scared to go into his camp.
No, just go, leave the camp and we'll go, because I got what I needed.
Oh, you got what you need?
needed.
All right, never mind. Just
Yeah. I'll meet you guys down. Away.
I could have feared him. I could have run off.
You could just fear him.
Okie dokes. Yep.
He's already dead.
Oh. Yeah. Nice try.
Yes, we play on
Did I get on my
Neridoc.
horse?
That's Ninindis, Neridoc. I'm Askelin. We have Neneris here and Arindis. So we are streaming the game. We are doing the gaming. It's real.
We're some merry folk.
Merry dorks. I'm so smart and clever. Alright.
This is why people watch his streams.
Well, for my amazing wit and humor? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The charisma. Again, tell all your friends. We're streaming. We're going to have the ratio Lotro stream. I don't think we're going to get Perethian numbers, but we'll try. Be funny. I
love Perethian.
No,
you guys should watch Perethian. She's so sweet. I love her so much.
She's great.
Honestly,
we had a great chat about the creator program and all of that, and she's got some really good takes on that. And yeah, she generally
she's gonna have fun for it. Or are you not allowed to say?
No, she's not. But I won't go any further on that. But she did a stream, like a whole live stream about it. So she's given her takes. But yeah, I've got immense respect for her, and just being able to say what she wants to say, do what she wants to do without feeling like, oh, I've got to fly to this thing in order to be official. Like, no, you don't need that in your life. And Lay Renier, how do I pronounce the name, buddy? He does live streams too on Meriadoc. Very chill live streams, different vibe from what we've got over here, that's for certain. But he's very consistent on it. Fuck, man. And Ned's not even with us yet.
No, I was fighting an elephant.
You stupid motherfucker.
Sorry. An olifant. I apologize.
Yeah, that's pretty cringe of you, bro.
Actually, so.
Yeah, sorry.
You should read the Silmarillion, honestly. Like, that's so bad.
Well, I can't read.
Aren't you resident
Oh,
Lawmasters?
that's why you get Grot to do it for you. I see.
Yeah, that's right.
Mimo says, a matter of fact... Oh, kill that one for me, by the way. Matter of fact, I'll only watch non-streaming partners because I know they're not being gifted the game and say nice things about it. Yeah, well, there's definitely a concern about sort of forced positivity being, all right, there's an element of professionalism involved. But, like, yeah, the biggest concern would probably be, I'm getting the game for free. I'm getting free packs. And basically, it's just for promotion. So you can't really give proper critique or, your true opinions even. if you want to get onto that program.
To be fair, I think we'll have to actually see what it looks like
Yeah.
because I don't know that. I mean, yeah, sure. That's ideally speaking, right? I'm sure their goal from a marketing standpoint is to give people some stuff that they can take for themselves and give to their community. And hopefully they'll say good things about the game and encourage people to come. But I think in practice, there'll probably be people who don't have the most positive opinions about the game. I don't know that that necessarily means Cord's going to come or whoever and throw them out of the program. Could happen, but I think we'd probably have to see what that looks like. There's this set criteria. However, Cord has said, he's outright said on his stream that, you know, it's more of a goal and that for people he's familiar with and trusts, then like they probably will get the role. So it does make it feel that, well, what if Cord doesn't know about you? What if you aren't the most prolific member of the community? Or what if you maybe don't have the best relationship with people at SSG? Then maybe it is going to be harder for you to get the role if you're not meeting those frankly ridiculous requirements, which a lot of people in Lotro specifically don't meet because it's a very small game with a very small community. And also its content isn't very streamable. It's not very like contentifiable. It's a slower game. So
100%.
it's hard to meet those requirements.
But again, it's obviously a program not for me, not for us. I don't have any personal stake in it. But you can always give like your takes on things. You can always give your opinions and your critique on things. And again, I will also reiterate that it's not about, if it turns out someone that you may not like is on the creator program, don't go after them. It's not about the individual. It's about the system itself that we have any problems with it. So I'm good. And so, like,
I think still need to see what it's like in practice too, though, because who knows? Who knows? Maybe it could be maybe it could be a helpful thing for, I don't know, I guess the community. I don't know. At the very least, it'll be good that people can give stuff to their communities, which is something we should have had before, right? Like these content creators should be able to do giveaways.
Well, people did, and Cordovan would give them codes, people he knew personally. But it's really about formalizing it and making it a more company-based sort of. So it's not just under the table. It's more like in the open that people who are applying and do get the codes, and only them. That's maybe there will still be some under the table sort of. Here's some point codes for your little community. Maybe, but again, it's like we would never get those. And in fact, actually, didn't you try and get them at one point then?
I tried to. I got a little bit for like a big RP event. I got a pittance, but it would be helpful for people who are trying to do like little community stuff to get that kind of stuff to incentivize things, because also we can't buy and share stuff. Like I would have very gladly, back when I had a little bit more money in the summer, have bought stuff to give and share with my community, the RP community. But I can't do that. You literally cannot buy and gift Lotro stuff. There's no way to do that.
It would be nice
like you can't give housing stuff. You can't give expansions. You can't like even just a single $40 expansion that you could do to like give a draw to get people excited about your community. You can't do that. You literally cannot do that.
Nen, by the way, we're trying to get to you. Are you done here? Or...
Okay, I got what I needed. Like, I've been below you guys.
Bridges here. It looks pretty cool.
No. It's cool, but it's annoying to get to where I am, I think. So I'll just try and meet you guys.
You used to be able to gift,
Okay, now we're caught up.
Oh my god. Hi, Nen.
No, Nenaris is the least compromised motherfucker in the roleplay scene. Trust me, he knows the shit. He doesn't afraid of anything, guys. Can't turn him from the good path.
Well, I don't know about that.
Nen is a bad bitch.
No, I mean, literally, no, but it is true. If I got stuff, I would give it away because this stupid little project I'm doing, the RP community, is like, the more stuff you can give people to like get them excited about stuff, whether gold or whatever, I don't know, it's easier to keep them around. Like if you want people to be part of the RP community, great way to get people involved. Be like, come join this RP session, you might get a chance at getting like an expansion.
It would be an incentive to not just join them as just a general like, I'm just joining this for the points.
Exactly. Yeah.
But also it would maybe incentivize people creating as well. Yeah. And I think that was something that Lotro in general has always been struggling with, is actually finding the talent, if you will, because it's out there. There are so many creative people in the community that could really contribute, and I'm just not convinced that the creator program is going to number one give them what they're looking for, but also I don't think it's going to be utilized to its full potential. But that's me being a blind, naive, idealist who really wants to make everything perfect in the game. Obviously, you can't. So I think that's really all we have to say on the creator program. It's going to be forgotten about. I think it's just going to be one of those things that's behind the scenes again. No one's really going to talk about it. You may see more YouTube videos or like YouTube Shorts, or God forbid TikTok or Instagram, with some guy being like, well, top 5 reasons to play Lord of the Rings online in 2026. Really, that's basically the type of videos that you're going to see come out. Is that any different than what we already see now? Like, there's always one a year. Like, in the start of the year, there's always like a, you should play Lotro in the current year type of video. All right, so I'll check the chat in a minute. I'll get to your point.
Works.
Yeah. I mean, it's
yeah, to me, that is what they want for marketing purposes, and I can't fault them for that. They do want, and they even said that like they would like to get people even outside of the Lotro community, like a bigger streamer, a bigger channel, because it would be helpful for them. No, they won't, unfortunately.
All right, so Captain Awesome says, this program is an extremely poor deal for creators. You are in essence awarded for 15 minutes of work, even if you spend hours with the deliverables every month. Yeah, it incentivizes you to churn out the content at a certain rate, regardless of the effort you put in. I know I'm only doing this as a sort of like a fun little hobby, but some of my videos have taken me hours and hours to make, and they're not the most highly edited things. It's mostly just like being able, like, I'm learning on as I go because it's fun. I enjoy it. But yeah, if you want to make like a really detailed video, and there are some out there that are just really well edited, really well made.
Burning Embers, that stuff is good.
You like Burning Embers?
Love.
Yeah, I like I like Daddy Uwu. He's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
he only ever made 2 videos, but they're rent free in my head. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that in the distance, Nan? Look to where I'm looking and look up.
I'm looking
where that tower is. It's like a big fucking circle.
Oh, it's like a, when you're there, it looks like it kind of makes sense. It's like a marble ball.
I thought it was like
here. It looks weird.
Yeah, I thought that was like a fucking placeholder shape. Because sometimes
that's what it looks like from here. Up close, it makes kind of sense, but yeah, from here it's a bit.
Looks like a fucking observatory or something. All right. Yes. Okay.
I want to see. Oh, I see that.
Hang on, I'm gonna view again.
That's not good.
I can't just magically fly over, but I would if I could.
As a classically trained artist, I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like it. I do like how the buildings on top of the mountains, and again, this is one thing that the landscape designers usually do quite well, is sort of the perspective. Is like you're lower, you're looking up, and you can see that it's intended to see those buildings in the background, right?
Yeah.
So the mountains are or the cliffs are in a certain height. It's better on the other side, but obviously also it's raining, so we can't see that right now. But you know what I mean, I'm sure. Ivor says, the sad thing is, hiring creators and giving them strict things they have to say is something that is commonly done these days. EU5, what game is that? Come on, think. Whatever.
Europa Universalis?
Boom, probably, maybe. Was
yeah.
pretty much done in such a way as well. Give influencers the game and tell them they get paid if they make gameplay of the game. Edit out all the flaws and speak positively about it, so it's cheap marketing trying to pull people in. Yes, except for with Lotro, they're not getting paid because of legal reasons, but they're getting bribed with free content. So I'd imagine it would be a matter of, oh, here comes a new supporter pack. Oh, we love supporter packs. You get the supporter pack for free, and then you get to make a video talking about the supporter pack. And that will be the most boring fucking videos out there. Because it's just, look at these shinies! We'll buy the shinies! Like, you can just look at the shinies in the Lotro store or on the wiki, and you already know what they look like. You don't need someone making a 25-minute video talking about it.
Oh, and they go on. One thing I will say is that, like, I've seen people compare it to like the Sims creator program, where it was like Electronic Arts really was forcing content creators to talk well about the game. But we do have to remember that, like, this is SSG and Daybreak. So, like, I'm sure while they want that to happen, they don't really have the resources to be like, every video you make must be like, they don't have the lawyers that Electronic Arts does. They don't have the community managers that Electronic Arts does. So I'm sure, obviously, the intention of the program is to get people to say positive things about Lotro. I don't know that that's that's necessarily going to be something they can routinely enforce, though, just with the size of things.
I agree, but also at the same time, by virtue of the type of people that would be attracted to the program,
Of course.
you're
Yeah.
mostly going to get overly positive people.
No,
And I'm
I agree. I
trying
totally agree.
so hard not to. Well done, Joe. You're now dead. She got so
Yeah.
bored of us yapping, she's died.
No, it's interesting. Trust.
I understand you dealt with both the vultures and the vultures, friend of the harbor. I thank you for aiding my people in this way. Your companion, Rahazi, asked some questions while you were away, and I have answered her as best as I may. Her knowledge of the old stories exceeds even my own, though her home be far away. The din of stone that drained the lake of Idagal occurred even before the eldest resident of harbor was born. Their basin was stored empty for the longest lifetime among Malgazor's people. He tells me the bones of great beasts can be seen in the dry lakebed. Blah, blah. Gonna have to drink of water a second. Drinking stream, drinking ASMR. Let's go.
Look,
Glug, 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 glug.
look.
These must be the remains of the dragon slain by Shrugnin long ago. I would see the bones of these dragons, if you will accompany me to the center of the lake, that we may see this evidence. Okay. Time to do another meandering lore dump type of quest.
Just so we can see, let me guess, a reuse of Smog's bones. What do we think?
Probably.
New asset? New asset?
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
I
Could
don't
be.
know.
You never know. They do randomly pull out new assets in this expansion, the new ones. It's like, oh, you spent like money on making that, but you're still using bridges from 2007.
The bridges are a funny one, man. You know,
Yeah,
we
they are,
found
they
that
are.
one bridge that was actually somewhat
New.
unique and then new.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
They still use the old ones. I mean, it is what it is, right? With the
No, it is what it is. It's just weird. It's just I always am like, oh,
it used to be more
Wait, what
noticeable, I suppose, because it wasn't happening all the time. Did you pick up that quest, by the way,
Wait,
Aaron?
where did you guys go?
We're heading to the next quest.
Oh, I got it.
Got it.
Sorry, I was asleep.
Captain Orson
it.
comes in with another point. The Twitch partner that streams Lotro does it for fun. She has a bigger audience playing other games, but this program would basically lock her to Lotro and minimize her rewards. Yeah, no, she mentioned that herself, I think. I know who you're talking about. So for people with bigger audiences, it's even worse. And that's the people
Yeah.
they say they want to attract. Is off in so many ways. I 100% agree with you, man. It's really weird that they want to get like partners or official streamers from, you know, who have an actual established audience. People who play other games. That's even better, right? That's the perfect sort of person you want to attract to that program. To be like, okay, make some videos for Lotro and, you know, influence. Do your job, you know? Do your thing and then it will, you know, whatever. But, yeah, it would be just the amount of time that you dedicate to just Lotro alone. And Lotro is not a game that gets popular views on stream. And that's just the truth. Nobody wants to watch people make hours-long live streams of just doing the quest. You have to have something else to talk about, at least. And I think you'll find that a lot of the popular Lotro creators, if you will, they kind of agree on that. They realize that we're not streaming just for the game, streaming because of the personality, because of the little communities that you build up in these spaces. And that's
It's all about community.
It's about the community. We love the fucking community out of here.
All about It literally is, because I would not be playing this game if not for you guys. I've been playing it for so long. It's nostalgic. It's just like, who the hell is going to start
I can
playing
tell you
Lotro if
this.
they have had no experience with it?
there's not much else in it.
Tell me.
So it better be for community.
I think we mentioned it last stream about
The
how...
community is great.
Yeah, the community is the community, right? It is part of the thing that people are playing the game with you.
It's
But
my
we
village.
We mentioned it's our village. Oh god. Yeah, we mentioned last stream
Oh, it
about how
is.
maybe the instances are more interesting to stream, but then, you know, you still got to make it interesting to watch, or even hell, if people are listening in the background, doing the dishes or fucking whatever, taking a shit, watching the stream. I don't care. You know, it's just whatever you do to engage in that content. God, I sound like a fucking shill. Help me out here.
Do you? Well, maybe don't pull mobs when your healer's like 15 miles away.
Maybe don't be 15 miles away then, huh?
Woo.
Thought about that one? All right.
Maybe I'm a fat bear.
playing the game for
Okay, so it is
WF2.
Smog's bones, just sized up.
No way.
That's like very big bones.
Oh my god.
But it's big. They're big. They're big.
Let's see what they say about it. This is the lore that they've made for this.
Big bone.
It is one thing to hear the songs. Shut up. But to see such evidence of them isn't so near. The dragons were so large, and yet Shurug Nin faced them beside the lake of Idagal, and with the sword Orifeg, she brought them low. Yes, Queenslay. Rahazi falls silent. When she speaks again, her voice is a whisper. 3 of the children of Akizi know now their names. Ashubu, Nuzeru, and Rabug. Now forget them, for only Shurug Nin remains. So gay. Right, Glorfindel
I
says...
forgot who Rahasi is.
Yeah.
Her.
So did we. Do you want to do Glorfindel's voice today? I know you're desperate.
Oh, do it, Nenos.
Shit,
Do
I
it, do
forgot
it,
what
do
it
it.
was, to be
It was
honest.
that gay elf voice when he rolls the R's a lot.
Oh, I get you. Okay. One sec. I believe Oh, sorry. I need to size it. I'm an old man, so I got to size this text up, you know? I believe Maithriel stood beside Shurugnin when she faced the dragons, Neneris, but she appears in no further tale. When Akizi chased Shurugnin north to Urashdar, the Shagani warrior fought alone. Let us leave Rahazi to contemplate the dragon bones in peace. I would take a closer look at the great statue that stands beyond the edge of the lakebed to the west. Malgarzor named it the Dawn Warden, and it watches over this land from a great height.
Very nice.
That's the best I can muster today.
That was good. That was good. I like it.
Whoa, well done. Let's get a round of applause for Ninaras.
Thank
Press,
you.
press
Thank
1
very
if you
much.
like Neneris' elf voice. Press 0 if you want him to jump off this cliff right now.
Press 2 if your dick is small.
No. 0. Oh,
Oh.
no. 0.
No!
Stop saying 0. Stop. Press 1. No, what are you doing, guys?
Press 1! I'm banning
Look,
everyone.
Don't ban anyone.
I'll
You gotta do
I'll
it.
lay down.
You gotta jump off the cliff now. People's. No, wait, no. They're just pressing
Do
2.
it for the content, bro.
World star. So I kind
kill
of
it
like.
with
I
this
kind
now,
of
what
like
the
the lake beds in general. It's
Yeah, I enjoy
I
it.
mean,
It
the
reminds me
entire-
of Elden Ring.
Oh god! I mean, this
Oh,
entire land, this entire expansion has the same issues as the other zones, where it's so big that you are just very tedious to get anywhere. But on the other side, I do like this zone in particular with the bridge as a main landmark, and the sense of scale is very nice in this zone. I definitely one of my favorite zones so far. But we haven't had much to talk to about. It's like Adagim, Poo Poo Swamp, Kigan, kind of empty, not a lot to do there. Ansharu was just a nightmare. We were not having a good time there. And then this zone, God, we're about halfway, but
It honestly doesn't feel like a different zone, though.
it does.
Like,
No.
not a different zone. It feels like a different part of the map. I don't
But
know.
no, compared to Ansharu, this is different. It's just not.
Imagine going from, like, Breland to North Downs.
Yeah, but that was just the old design of the world. It was more theme parky. Whereas now they're a lot more autistic with the realism. But the realism doesn't always work.
They're what?
Autistic.
But
I
even
wish
then, the
they
last place
were.
was like totally different, like ground textures, and then like crystals or whatever they were coming out of the ground, the columns, the salt columns or whatever they were.
I mean, I'm allowed
Yeah,
to
but that
like
just feels like
things, I guess. There's one
You
thing I like
are?
is there's
the
one
Grotstream?
thing. I know. If there's one thing I like, it is this zone. What do you think about it, chat? So far, if you guys quested through it, no spoilers. But how do if
I
anyone
actually like
quests?
this one.
John Blaze says, an random viewer here, big Rings fan, always wanted to play this game but never got round to it. Haven't really watched an MMO since
Oh.
Guild Wars, which I enjoyed. Wow, you came to the wrong stream, buddy. We are veteran players, over decades playing this game, and we are rather
Tired. We're tired.
critical of the game in its current state. Lotro is an amazing game. It is a very faithful game for the lore. If you like the books, there's definitely something for it, right? There's worth playing. But it's so neglected. It is so outdated in mechanically, graphically. I just fundamentally, I suppose.
But it's about the community. Talk about the community.
Yeah, the community is one of the best things of the game. It can feel a little, a little forced sometimes, but you'll find the most amazing people in this game, and that is the reason we play it. No.
I mean, I think
100%.
also
No,
the
but
game itself is okay it's pretty good for the first like 100 levels. There's a lot to
Yes.
enjoy there.
Well, the game's free up to level 95.
Yeah.
Go on, Arenas, go on.
Yes, thank you. Because this game is like my life. That sounds really bad, but I played this game as a kid.
That's not.
No, I know, but I played this game as a kid. I met my husband through this game. Like it's a
Yeah, we
whole
did.
big thing, right? Yeah, we did, and I really enjoy it, and I feel so bad like saying that like it's hard to get into because I guess it is, but that's the nature of MMOs. MMOs have become more about communities than the actual game, or maybe it's always been that. So try it out, honestly. Like you should try Lotro. Let me be the one of these people to tell you should try Lotro.
You should try Lotro because really, what's
I
the
think you should try
investment
it.
other than time? I can't say that. I'm
Yeah.
not going to pretend that the game is so bad that it's not even worth trying. No, try it. I mean,
Oh no, the game is worth getting into. The question is when you played it after so many years, if it's worth staying around with. That's a different question. To try it, to play it for the first time, yeah, there's tons to enjoy.
oh hell yeah, I would. I mean,
Yeah.
That
I
you
have
like it.
so much nostalgia for the original zones and stuff. When people talk about the game as a community, they talk about the lag. They talk about sort of a little janky, floaty mechanics in terms of combat. But there's a lot there, really, because this game was from 2007. And it doesn't feel like it's 2007 anymore. But yeah, it's an old game. It's not incredibly supported. It's the developers often have limited resources to do anything. But with what little they do pretty well. And honestly, yeah, try it. Because it's definitely not the worst MMO on the market.
Mm.
Uh,
No, it's by far it's not the worst. So, John, if you're gonna play Lotro, go on Meridoc server,
Well, no, he
DM
might be-
Arindis, you can see my name there. I'll
he
get
might
you a
be
hedgehog
American.
pet.
you might want to go on American
Well,
servers.
None of us is American.
No, he's-
Canadian.
Don't call me an
Like, it's
American.
not-
Don't call him an American.
Well,
Apologize.
you're from the
Don't be-
continent
not
of
in
the
these days.
Americas.
We don't call it that. We don't call
let's
it that.
lock in. Let's lock in because we're being idiotic here. Travel to the feet of the Dawn
No,
Warden
we're
statue
not.
northwest of the Dry Whelm. That's up there by the looks of it. Regular mounts because I think
Dry
we're going to be
Whelm.
doing. Well, yeah. There's another thing
I-
about Lotro is that at least it gives you at least they're doing content. It's definitely not maintenance
Oh,
mode.
yeah.
And I think it's several years from that point anyway. We're not going to see maintenance mode for another 5, 6, maybe 8 years. Even further, I mean, they're very keen on talking about how they've got so many plans, and yeah, they do. Some of the developers talk about it a lot, but
Well, too much.
my hope is we get to that point where Orion's yapping. Oh,
The thing
talking about
Lotro
yapping.
is that
Go on.
the problems that Lotro has are the same problems that every MMO
dear.
in the entire world has. Except for the new ones, but they're not really MMOs.
Well, new ones. Let's talk about new ones. Ashes of Creation recently went under.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know-
have not yet done my deep dive on that.
I mean, I haven't watched the DOS Drive Haze video to get my takes. I just parrot
have.
what he says.
I have.
Go on, do your funniest
I
DOS
watched
Drive
that.
Haze impression. That sort of condescending sort of.
I
Bush's
like
voice.
him.
I like him too. He's great.
No, I really enjoy him. He's really nice.
He bothers
didn't-
me,
I
but
thought he was gonna be cringe.
I'm very
He
critical.
does?
So yeah. I just find him.
Really?
He speaks with a lot of authority on only
True,
taking
true.
a brief look at things, and that annoys me.
I think his video on
But
the
But he
Lotro
also
perfectly was at the time perfectly showed the game. They've
Oh, yeah,
worked
no,
on a
no,
few of
yeah.
those issues since then, but also I will
Yeah.
always say I think it was regrettable that he did the video at the time they were giving all the game away for free because it definitely skewed his opinion quite a bit. But other than that, the
Yeah,
critiques
exactly.
were great. Honestly, what the fuck do we have to do here?
I actually like that one video that guy put out recently. We have to, I don't know, somewhere on this. I like the video that guy put out very recently. You remember that one. It got big views, and he's someone that, like Josh Triface, like goes through MMOs as a tourist, takes a look
was
at
it
them,
the I
assesses
played
them.
Lotro for 100 hours?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a great
I mean,
video.
he actually gave substantive critiques, and
okay.
was
I haven't seen that one.
clear-eyed about things. And wasn't, I mean, one thing with Lotro is that sometimes and I say this with love for Lotro and for like the Lord of the Rings, that people get sort of waylaid by like their love of the Lord of the Rings. They're like, oh, this is great. This is Lord of the Rings. There's the Shire. And it's hard for them to see like actually the problems that face someone playing this game, or like what's off about it, like what's off about combat, or what's off about like the way you're engaging with quests, like the actual gameplay. It's hard for people to see that. But this guy was really clear-eyed about that, I thought.
Also, yeah, when you're doing a video like that from a first player impression, you're always going
Oh,
to see
no.
the older zones, like the original game. And
That
honestly,
too, yeah.
Lotro, when it released, was fucking phenomenal. And it's gone from strength to strength for the longest time. And now we are at the, I mean, landscape wise, they really do the biggest scale, the huge scale of the zones. But I think along the way, somewhere along the way, they missed something. Okay, let me just check chat one sec. Little man says, all MMOs are doomed with quantum computer logins. They are no longer safe. They will crack open any web server in milliseconds. MMOs will not survive that. Now, I know you're shitposting, but that actually brings us to an interesting point about Lotro's security, is that it does no longer, it still doesn't have two-factor authentication. And that's something they were talking about doing years ago. And considering the fact that Lotro has had breaches in the past, a little worrying. You know, people complain about their lifetime accounts getting stolen all the time. And I think a lot of that is down to the fact we don't have multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing where it's like, so all our pedantic critiques about Lotro aside, that is something that's like, I think, a pretty big deal. And that's one thing where that it's a little inexplicable why it's taken them so long. I know they've given many excuses, and like I'm sure some of them are reasonable, but it's now kind of at the point where no, that's not acceptable, I would say.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know much about the whole quantum computer AI stuff, but I think you do bring a really good point that account security would be a big problem. I mean, because we know Lotro they cannot do damage control. We've had situations in the past where Lotro has had to, SSG has had to suddenly react to something. I mean, last year with the transfers not going as planned was a good example of that. Eventually they got it. Eventually they got it down and they fixed all the issues and everyone's happy, right? But it does leave a bad taste in the mouths of players who've had a whole year of that shit, you know?
Yeah, they've shown, and I'm saying this like literally with like understanding, they've shown that they simply do not have the team number or the resources to respond to crises. So they should get out ahead of that to make sure there aren't any crises, and account security would greatly help with that. Because if all the accounts were compromised, I'm being like chaotic and doom and gloom here, I don't think they'd have the resources to respond to that.
We've got to make some progress. I know we're yapping. We're on a roll here. I like it, but we got to yap as well. Got to talk.
I already read all this, so I'm gonna go pee. Yeah. Be right back.
We'll do a quick piss break in a second, boys. It'll be as fast as possible. Glorfindel says, the Dawn Warden is a most impressive construction, even when seen from afar, but more so when seen from below. I understand a similar statue stands to the north in Kudzigin, but that one lies in ruin. In his own language, Malgazor named his great statue Uzur, and said many wayfarers and pilgrims travel great distances to see it. Perhaps you can speak with some of these travelers and learn what they tell us about the Ordekai presence in Idagal. They will likely not know anything concerning the Fardoof, but keep open your ears.
I'm raising my hand because I have a comment.
Yeah, go on.
And I'm like, student in a classroom. I've actually been thinking of doing like comparison screenshots of the sort of game experience through the landscape, because this is like a big landmark, right? This is big focal thing, right? If you remember going to Evendim and you're following the path because you have a quest and you turn a corner and you see those like big ass statues with the bridge, that's sick as fuck. Everything is composed so well. And like the game makes sure that you see that because you're coming down the hill, right? But here, there's no compositional elements of sort of the trail that the player goes throughout the map that gives that sense of focal. Like, it doesn't feel like a focal point within the map. It just feels like a thing placed.
I think the bridge down there was a focal point, and the islands were supposed to be a focal point. But again, that's just a matter of Lotro's render distance. Now we're making entire zones with such...
No.
No.
It's a compositional issue. I don't know how to explain this better, but it's just... you know, when you look at a painting, your eyes follow a path. It's the same thing when you play a game. Your character's literally going on a specific path where things are being placed down to show that. You can stray off the path, and that's great, but do you know what I mean? Like, things are put down intentionally, and these things do not feel like they're put down intentionally.
It feels that it's
I like-
just. Go on then. I listen.
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like-
let these two
sorry.
yap. Sorry, I won't interrupt you for long. I need to.
No,
keep
I don't
this
have much
really
to say
quickly.
beyond.
Just keep.
I
It.
had to too, so I'm back there. I actually felt like Kudzagin did that pretty well. I mean, I love that region, and I felt like I kind of always knew where I was and what I was looking at. It was like it was the desert in the last
Kudzagin.
expansion that was like a desert.
Yeah.
It had like
Right.
pyramids and stuff, but they were placed.
Yeah, Rivendell. Sorry.
There weren't so many of them, but
Yeah.
they were placed. They were placed. I felt very strategically.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Moria was really good for that. Or at least
Moria
the
was so
approach-
good.
The approach to Moria.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Thank you to Calendai, first time chatter, but like that's so true. But the thing is, and my theory
Mhm.
is that game development as a whole has moved on to graphical impression rather than compositional impression. Because back in the day, you had to rely more on sort of other fundamentals of game development than the graphics, because the graphics weren't very realistic. They weren't very like immersive in that
Yeah.
sense. So you had to use, compositional elements like them from the different arts that we have in the world. So you have these things that are composed kind of like paintings, and they know the trail that your character is going to go through. And then they
It's
know like
interesting.
alternative trails that you can go. Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that because that's
But
kind of like a.
now,
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, no, just real quick because I forgot my own point.
Yeah, no,
But
no,
now
go.
it's like other games rely on graphics to be impressive, and now Lotro has moved over to relying on scale to be impressive. But I'm not impressed by scale. No. Okay, your turn.
And no,
That
but
was my
especially, I mean, and this is, if I'm not trying to be negative, but especially with Lotro because
No.
Lotro, because of its graphical quality, can't do scale that well. Like, look to your left, like that doesn't
Yeah.
look good. The hill, like the textures just like stretch. It looks like a
No.
mess of Play-Doh. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
it's just not. It looks bad. I mean, but it's not because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But it's interesting what you talk about is because kind of in general, I feel like the direction of modern aesthetics in so many things, even in writing and in music. I've talked to our friend Analysis Paralysis about this.
Oh,
Has sort of
anal.
moved. Has sort of moved from form and attention to form, placing things here, doing things in this way, to like impression, to
Yeah.
impressing people. Whether that's like we've forgotten sort of, I don't know, the form of things that I would like include composition in form, right? I place it here
Yes,
because it makes
yes.
someone feel a certain way like this. There's a code to it. There's,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see it really clearly, especially in these areas, with all the assets placed down in the wilderness. You have the bushes, the trees, the flowers. Problem is they're put down very equal distance to each other. They're put down
Right.
quite randomly. And when things are put down randomly, well, they're not really. They're put down mechanically, rather, I'd say. Like someone has sat with their mouse and just sort of
Yes.
clicked every time, like click, 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 click. But in the older zones, you have spots of trees. You have like groups of trees, groups of plants that lead the eye, that move things around.
I'm back now.
Yes.
You guys
Hi,
are.
welcome back. Can I-
You don't even need me, do you guys? You just go off.
No,
I
we
love
don't.
it. Amazing.
Rod, I know it's your stream, but can you just like wait one moment because Calendai says something so good that you can also talk about, which is personally I wouldn't mind waiting a bit more for new content if it could make memories the same way old content did. And that's what I like am crying myself to sleep over. It's so true because like
Yeah.
now they want to release stuff every year. They want a new level cap every year. And we did the math like
They
in
don't
5 years.
No, we don't know that for sure. It's very
Yeah, but
possible.
they're talking about
It's
it.
very possible that Sevelin walks back on that, and I really wish he had the balls just to come out to the community and say, "No, we are not doing that." But yeah, if it does
He
happen,
shouldn't.
we're
But
fucked.
that's separate from this because whether they raise the landscape, the level content cap or not, they're still going to release landscape every year.
Yes.
They still are doing that. They're still going
Yeah.
to release generic large landscape, which won't have those memories. I think that Calendar is talking about. If they could take, I don't know, some time to create, I don't know, really handcrafted things, smaller zones,
Well,
That would give a
smaller
different
zones would
experience.
definitely be a.
Or more deliberate zones, like more deliberate zones that just filling out this huge piece of the height map.
Well, yeah, but the height map is fucking massive, by the way. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a huge. Bigger doesn't always mean better, right? Now there are things in this that I do enjoy. Like I do enjoy
Me
this
too. Me too.
this area, but we are only in near Harad, and this is maybe it could be anyone's first stream, or even they might just be looking in. They might not have played the game before. We are in near Harad. This is the whole world, right? A lot of it is already made. Harad Waif is massive. In the books, it's it's the east where the Eastlings come from. Very deserty.
South.
Sorry, south. I am very dumb. It's very far south, right? And a lot of these zones are not necessarily deserts, whether people think they're deserts, except for this area here. But it's just huge. It can be very tedious to
Play it.
to explore. All right, I just want to get this quest done because I know Josie's begging me right now for call-ins.
I'm not begging you for calls.
I want to go after this. I really would like to go back to not saying this would be interesting for people on the stream, probably not, but I would like to go back to Kudzagin and like compare this
yeah,
area
yeah.
to this because I find it just a little bit more considered, like better done. Maybe that's too because
Yeah.
it was their first time building a desert, so like it actually was a space that they were sort of testing,
honestly, it works.
so they were doing more
It
handcraft.
works so nicely. Okay, I'm just going to read this real quick, and then we'll see what we want to do next, all right? So he says, how have you come from
Yeah.
afar to worship Uzur, the great statue of Izikush? Sorry. Neneris, have a look at this fucking quest text, man.
I already skipped past it,
Just
so
look at
what
the
is
stream.
it? Let's take a look at the stream.
Izikuz Menundari. No. What is this glup shit
So this is a new character for one. I was talking to someone about this the other day. They introduced too many characters and names, and it's kind of unfair to us because we can't catch up. Like I actually would want to get invested in this lore, but I can't. There's
Yeah.
too much.
Can't.
I don't even know who these characters are. Like this
There's no
is a
characters
new
to
name.
it either.
I've never met this character before.
Okay, Izikuz Menundari, the eternal ruler. The time of his return is nearly at hand. When he will deliver Shagana from its enemies. It's kind of their
Wait, pause
god.
though. The side quests in the last region, I went through them. They're written either by a different person or in a different way because they did not do that lore dumping. The only time they brought up a name was a name that you knew or a name that was relevant to the quest. It wasn't just a lore dump. They were like, okay, we are the Temamir dwarves. Fine, that's a name I know. I know you're that. We want to fight the Ordokai. Okay, I know what they are. They're the bad guys.
Yeah.
And it'd be stuff like that. And this place is named like Jurat Manesh. Okay, this is the place of the town. I can hold on to that information. Not like this is the eternal ruler, la 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 la. This who fought the
Easy
dragon,
peasy,
la 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 la. Who fought the Balrog, da 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 da.
Gunga
It's not
wunga.
that. That's bad writing. That's bad writing.
It's
Oh.
the same as the landscape. It's all about quantity over quality with the names
Yes.
and with the lore, just like it is with the landscape.
Well, you
So it's
see,
the same
guys.
thing.
You see, guys. Chris Pearson, the in-house Lord Master, did a lot of writing. He made a big document. He's a very big boy, you know, who his own made-up Glupshito language, and he wanted to get as much of that into the game as possible. And Made Alliance is you can tell it's his writing. I'm sorry, but it's very
I hate
very
to say you
long-winded.
can.
Very I
Yeah.
mean, I love the sunset here. This is like
Let's see.
The dusk,
Oh, that's
the
nice.
sunset.
Oh, the sunsets in most of Haradwaith are done usually pretty well. I find.
You know what I'll say was one thing for Lotro's immense credit. For a game this old with the sort of engine they work on, they've done skyboxes phenomenally. It's
Yeah,
the
they have,
skyboxes and day files have always been one of my favorite things because it's like a fucking painting, man. It's just
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it is great color theory.
Yes.
It's great, sort of just very. It's very very dreamy. I love it. Anyway,
Okay, wait. Here's one last thing. One last thing.
Oh,
One
we're
last thing.
never-
One last thing.
Go on.
One
We're
last
never
thing.
gonna
One
get
last
out
thing. Well, people don't care about these quests. Who cares about this stuff? What the Lotro was built for regions with forests and frills. Because its textures aren't very good. So like it's so hard when you go to a desert region that isn't full of like, I don't know, rubble, things to put on the ground to
Yeah.
bear looking at these textures. Like when you're just
100%.
showing the naked texture, oh my God, I don't think they were ever meant to do that. And again, that's what I liked about Kudzagin. They actually used sand texture that looked like, I don't know, it was supposed to be on the ground. They put rock rubble, things like that. Anyway.
yeah, and
You get my
that's
point.
that's something they. I mean, this tech they have, right? Using frills,
Yeah.
and they were I guess experimenting with the rubble in Ansharu as well, and just it's not
Yeah.
leaves or it's not foliage, but it is frills, and it works like frills. Frills used to be very, very problematic performance-wise. It's better now.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, like you go into like okay, frills again. It's old game, so you're not going to see frills all the way over here like it's Legend of Zelda. Ooh, hang
Sure.
on, I've just my Gungo Wungo monkey brain has just come up with a thought. You want to hear it?
Oh
Let's hear it.
wow.
Scenario
Let's hear it.
likes Legend of Zelda. You know, Tears of the Kingdom. I think he takes a lot of inspiration from that sort of design philosophy where everything's so open.
Oh yeah, no, he clearly does, and that's the problem that I've
Here we
said
go.
before. Is that's fine, beautiful, that's fine. Do a big open world, but this game does not have open world systems. Zelda's built. Breath of the Wild is built for you to go out into the open world. Here, you're literally just meant to go from quest to quest to quest. Fine. You want to let me have an open world game? Give me open world housing. Give me crafting resources I actually want. Give me a reason to explore. There's no reason to explore in this game. The landscapes are thus wasted. So build a linear landscape if that's the kind of gameplay you want to offer.
Linear landscapes are great, but give me a reason to explore other than just doing deed chests. You know, that's the. I mean, Legend of Zelda's world, right, is great because there's so much to do, and it's
so much. You want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, fundamentally, it's designed that way.
Yeah.
With Lotro, it feels like it should be designed that way, but in reality, you'll find pretty quickly it's not.
Yeah.
And it is the quests are the reason you're going out to go to areas, and every zone has a fairly linear way of going through it as you're leveling up, and that is how they get you to explore these areas. But with these huge areas, there's not an awful lot of side quests for them. I mean, a lot of the landscape is wasted. So many wayfarers come to the statue and appeal to the Menundari for his return. They leave various keepsakes at the base of the statue as offerings for him, but I call it a futile endeavor. The eternal ruler will return at a time of his choosing, not of ours. Oh my god. It's the Messiah. No.
Wait, it is?
It's the Messiah. It's the minute. This guy is their Messiah. He's going to return and save them. Oh,
Wait,
no.
I feel like I missed all the quest checks on this stuff. I don't even know who he is. Was he introduced to us ever before?
No. Until that moment, all we can do is watch over his sacred sites. Boom, he's the Messiah. He's literally Messiah. At night, I've heard a terrible wailing as of an anguished wind, and in the morning, assorted items have been taken from the base of Azur. I care not for these keepsakes, but they are taken, but sometimes stones go missing, and because they belong to Azur, they are sacred. I have never caught them doing it, but I suspect the scavenging beasts called Kurgrim are to blame for these thefts. If you retrieve these sacred stones from their dens to the northeast, you will prove yourself a friend of the people of this land, and to the memory of the Menundari, the Messiah. Why are the Kurgrim called the Kurgrim there? Yeah, why don't they have their own magic name for it? Their own Haradrim name. name.
This is another weird thing they do, where there was like they do that with a few things. I think like the Krabine are called Krabine, but I'm pretty sure like that's a Sindarin or even like Dunlendish word for the crows. So it's I don't know, it's just weird. It's either do it fully or not at all. Like just call them crows or just call them.
I mean, it's inconsistent, but this is being very pedantic. Yeah. Right, let's go kill some Kurgrim. I mean, I like that the Kurgrim are here because it actually
makes
is
sense.
in line with their original lore when they made them as enemies in the first place. Is that they would kind of gnaw upon the tombs of the Dunedain, right? It's kind of a similar thing here. The guy with the language was lazy. Oh dear, what the fuck is this? Oh, it is the Kurgrim. Oh, new Kurgrim asset. Looks pretty cool.
They actually do look good. I saw these in the other area.
It looks a little bit more trollish than like a tiny troll than a Kurgrim, but I like it. I think it's cool. Now,
Isn't Kurgrim like it's a real folklore thing?
Yeah, kind of like they do take inspiration for it. But with Lotro, they've always done the funny thing where it's like it's the same collection of mobs. They've never really ever added different mob types, right?
Yeah. I mean, they've been getting better at that. Like, one thing I do enjoy is the new expansion. Is like I like that we now have hyenas. Like every expansion, it's a new like creature, and it's I don't know. It's nice that they now have those assets where okay, they have hyenas. However, if they're gonna leave Harad, I don't know when they're gonna use those again.
Talia and Kurgrim. Well, no, the next zone is actually south of Emax Dul. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so it's still I don't even know where that is, but
well, it's south of this area actually, south of Idagal.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
is
gonna
it still
say.
part of the Harad storyline? Like, Are they still doing the epic, or is that done now?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But
I guess we'll know eventually.
when we get there, right? Camel lumps. Camel humps. Yeah, all right. You like how Adagim spiders are all infected by mushrooms? We actually have like Kurgrim that have evolved to store water. I don't know, maybe. But it's creative. I'll give you that. Moine says, these mobs seem very large, though there's a reason most living beings in deserts are small bugs and reptiles. Talk to me about that. Get on call.
Yeah. But they like to do big mobs in general for all the like the post like level 90 or even like post Rohan regions. Because I think there was a period of time where like they were sizing up the mobs as the level caps increased, and it started to get ridiculous by Rohan. I don't know if I just noticed this or if it was an actual thing.
Moine, hello.
Hey Moe.
Oh, hello.
Hello, how's it going? Talk to us about the desert. Talk to us about little bugs. What's going on?
As the resident desert person here, there's multiple reasons why beings this huge would not really survive in the desert. You know, lack of food, lack of water, first of all. And also, deserts are very cold at night.
They are.
You know, bugs in the day, they hide from the heat underground, they hide from the cold underground at night. What the fuck is this guy gonna do?
Go into
hide in this tomb?
Hide in this tomb, yeah. Maybe they've got central heating.
Yeah.
Also, you guys fucking that discussion earlier about the scale, right? That can we bring that back? That was the first thing you guys ever spoke about that I could relate to.
Right.
Because you know you guys are always on about like artsy conversations and whatever colors and shapes and sizes.
Now, before you continue, I just want to say I do try to make it layman's because I am, in truth, kind of retarded. So, go on.
Right. But like when I'm here, right, as an engineer that doesn't know the color green from light green, right? I don't know the difference between the two of them, right?
One's darker, one's lighter.
Which one is
something like that, I guess. Right? When I'm seeing a massive fucking city-like structure on a small, sandy, rocky hill, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, how did they hold that up? How is that there? There's no visible environment, like structural work being done. There's nothing like no little like rocks sliding off because of all the weight. How the fuck did they build a massive statue like that?
No, that's a great point. That's one thing that I've noticed. I have reasons for why I think that's a problem, because I remember one of the first times I noticed this was in Swanfleet. I don't know if you guys remember. There's this hobbit village that's built into the cliffside that the devs apparently loved it. They thought it was great. I thought it looked ridiculous because it had all these bridges that I had no idea of how they were being supported. And I just felt that intuitively. They looked way too flimsy. I'm like, they're living on this cliffside with these bridges that are like, just like built into nothing. And I've noticed that with other structures too, where it's like everything looks just not like it's actually been constructed. Like it doesn't make architectural sense. And I think part of that comes from the fact that they don't use concept artists anymore. So back in the day, like Weathertop in Lotro, for example, they had a concept artist draw that up first to imagine how would that tower be supported? How would it sit on that hill? It had various struts and things like that. Now it's just someone just placing assets down. So that kind of thinking isn't happening. Like a concept artist would stop to think, okay, how would this tower be supported on this hill? Someone who's just dropping assets as they build landscape. I'm sure they're trying to think about that, but they're maybe not able to think about it as closely as a concept artist. So that's one of the reasons why
I don't think there are
Earlier-
concept artists.
No, they're not. That's what I
Earlier,
said.
you guys were stopped at the
Okay.
next to the statue, and Grot was AFK looking at that city. It pissed me off so bad. Like it's a fucking hill. Like there's nothing holding that city up there.
Yeah.
Sand and rocks will just slide from the weight, and it will crumble so quickly.
Yeah, I bet. Especially if it starts picking up with wind and stuff. Like, that would be a terrible place to fucking
Exactly.
live by. Well, I think that comes in with the European sort of castle sort of design where, we go on a hill because, you know, you can, you have a vantage point and defenses if you get attacked. And throughout all of Lord of the Rings Online, they've designed things that really are European based. You know, obviously you have the fantasy elements, but it's only recently that they're going into really different areas. And I remember with Umbar, they were made a big point to show how they took inspiration from different cultures and all this. But what about the practicality? These are the sort of little things that players like us really, really enjoy. It's the attention to detail.
Like, okay, don't get me wrong. A city on a hill is not something extraordinary, right? It's been done. But this big, no, hell no. That's not going to hold. It's not like, it doesn't even look good. Like, okay, at the top of the hill, maybe they found something up there that was worth building a city around. Build on the area, like have a few less houses, you know, some environment. It's just rocks and walls.
Mm.
And
Rocks
well, to be
and
fair,
walls is
like
most
at
of the
the
cities.
edges, walls at the edge, like right after the wall, it just starts going down.
Yeah. I think at least like I think also the other thing is that they're now working in like kind of architecture they haven't necessarily worked in before, which is like these massive edifices. And like in the past, though, yes, you had things like Minas Tirith. You didn't have these massive stone tombs. I mean, I guess they had dwarf stuff. But even then, a lot of it was underground for the most part. But now you have a lot of like above ground massive stone structures. And I don't know if they have thought as much about what that actually looks like in practical terms.
All right, boys, make sure to pick
I
up
could be
those
wrong.
stolen sacred stones. Speaking of stones,
Oh, yeah.
I
this
don't know.
I think I got
fucking
one.
rock. Is if Lil's still watching, he can probably know where this stone marble sphere thing comes from. Looks to me like it's just a standard fucking asset where it's just like, oh, here's a ball, and then they just painted it with the color. They haven't like, because it's very low polygon, right? Or am I just being
But they didn't
pedantic?
even try.
You can
They
count the
didn't even try.
polygons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's the beacon from Skyrim. Yep.
It's a metal palantir.
Don't lie,
We've
you
already
haven't
done.
played
Well, see,
Skyrim.
that's the thing. They've done palantirs like those. What the fuck are they called? The really big ones, Nen. Come on. What's the name?
Oh, those aren't they called like the Vandasar or something?
Vandasar, yeah.
Vandasar.
They were more ballish than this. This is just they were actually balls. This is just a fucking. All right, again, pedantic. Have we all collected our stones, guys?
Yes.
Got
So,
him, got
guys, one last critique before I leave you guys to your artsies.
Oh,
I need to confirm this. Aren't the new areas like supposed to be vaguely Arab themed, kind of?
Rolf,
Like,
help us out, mate. We're in trouble here. Go on.
I suppose vaguely Middle Eastern.
yeah, those names do not fucking fit.
Oh no, it's like
Middle
Yeah, I was
Eastern
talking to
people-
Mimo about that. Yeah.
If you look at Middle Eastern people, like they have very simple names, simple to pronounce.
yeah, not
They
like
don't do like long names with like a bunch of weird letters all around.
I think some of it is that too. That like, I mean, with Lord of the Rings, the idea is that it's before Christ, meaning that it's before Islam, it's before, well, a lot
It's
of
not
the faith.
It's not
So I
really
don't.
like
I think
a-
it might be trying to go through for something that's like prehistorical, somewhat. I don't know.
Yeah, but that would still be
like,
not
it's
long.
not it's not really a Muslim or like a Christian thing, right? It's Arab names in general, they have meaning. Like they have a meaning, a reason for that name to exist, you know, like say
yeah.
Tahir means pure, things like that, right? Every name has a meaning, but you just mash your keyboard, that doesn't work.
it's cat walking on a keyboard type of naming conventions. But like,
Yeah,
To be fair, though, I don't think they're trying. They're not trying to do Arabic naming conventions. Like it's their own. I'm not saying like it's their own constructed language, I suppose, about Harad. Because they even said before, they're like, well,
Even-
we don't want to make too many historical one-to-ones
right?
even
for
so,
tons
like
of reasons.
like did they ever come in to explain what someone's name means?
No, not once.
No. We know
There's
nothing. about
actually a wiki page.
No,
that-
they've explained some places.
some places. There's a wiki page that with when Umbar released the Umbari language, which is slightly different than the one in Harad, apparently. They tried to do a sort of mini dictionary on what words meant, but in truth, let's talk about that. Like in truth, I honestly would be surprised if they just make it up as they go along, because all right, there's consistency there. You know, we find out that certain words mean certain things. I mean, with the instances, I'm not the 160, so I can't show the instances, but Koth Rao is like the wailing horde or something like this. So like they always did this thing where it's like, here's the instance in the fantasy name, and then here's the instance in English, basically. So like with Minas Morgul, you have the one there in like, I believe, Elvish or something. But yeah, it's I lost my train of thought again. Haha. All right, let me read the
Yeah,
chat.
but-
Get them engaged.
In general,
Little man in the canoe says they aren't meant to be Arab. They're meant to be older than the current world. Yeah, as Nenera said. Look at Akkadian, Assyrian, Babylonian, and Sumerian names. I know about Arab names. I studied modern standard Arabic in uni. Hey, you studied Arabic.
Oh.
The vowels in Arabic are rather limited in comparison to earlier languages. Yeah, well, I think that sums up what we were talking about.
Yeah, some of this is also that I mean, if you allow me to be woke for a moment, some of this is that like
Wokeism in my
I'm not gonna lie,
Lotro. No, God.
Lotro's Umbar and Harad is pretty orientalized. Like it's like, oh,
Yeah.
exotic difference, which means long names,
Yes.
inscrutable names, and frankly, even like there's some pretty like
What's this way, boys?
the weird suggestion too that for some reason all the women in this region end up being warrior women is its own kind of weird racism thing that I've noticed.
Yeah,
Where
it
it's like
is.
there's like
It's-
hasn't been. It's just an odd choice that I don't think it kind of does go to show that like this shit is written by a bunch of white
a man,
guys, and it
yeah.
is.
I mean, the whole warrior woman trope, it's so, like, even among sort of, for lack of a better term, woke takes, like, it's kind of outdated now, you know? It's like we've already
Yeah, it is.
seen this in, like, hundreds of millions of games before and media. And it's more woke, actually, to do something different. Show that women can't,
there's just not enough,
women
like,
can be more than just
diversity.
warriors and generic people with armor, you know?
Yeah.
Give the
It's just like
women
it's boring too because we have seen this. I mean, like especially if like through like from literally say the 19th century, the 1800s on, we've seen the warrior woman from the east, from the south. Okay, we are now in 20. There's so
Yeah.
many things you could do, but we've seen this like in these expansions like 15 million times already, and it shows just almost a limit of creativity and imagination too.
Yes.
actually, I want you to
Agreed.
imagine me as the nerd emoji with a finger pointing up right now.
Let's hear it.
Right? We have had warrior women forever, right, in our region of the Middle East.
Oh, so is the world.
Right?
Oh.
It's not gonna be women in armor.
Yeah,
It's gonna be. It usually was more like what women are good at: support roles, espionage. Women
Oh, yeah.
amazing at fucking
Oh,
espionage.
yeah, I mean, that's the
Right.
femme fatale sort of
If you just-
trope, right?
If you just want to be woke and just put a woman in armor, you're just not doing any like.
You're not
You're
doing
not
the
putting any
service.
effort into it, right? There's no creative writing here. Like they could be
it's
so
just
much
tropes,
more
it's
than a
just
woman with a sword.
So, little man says, I hated Edward Said's Orientalism, but he had a certain point. Warrior women are rare, and we have seen it before in game, done lending Nona, Bjornings, and so on. Well, let's just look at the actual lore as well. Eowyn, Shield Maidens, and Rohan,
Maidens.
right?
Yeah.
So it's already,
Maidens.
there's already precedent for that in the game. You don't necessarily have to go out your way to make it in every single part of this expansion, right?
It's that's where it gets tropey in a sense of
very
like tropey in the sense of like yeah, fine, there's I would say there's racism tropes, but also like it's just we have seen this, we have done this, let's move on, like let's do some. Can I get something new? Even when like in one of these quests a Belrog was brought up, I'm like, really, like a Belrog
A
again?
Belrog of Mordred.
Like come on, I don't know, I just want something. I don't know. I mean, I know it's hard. That's the thing, they're not Tolkien, right?
making
They're
us-
limited by
as he continues to say, making a strange culture strange by introducing reverse gender roles is idiotic. Yeah, it is.
Yes. That's it. That's what it is.
And
It's
I
like,
mean,
oh, look
it
at how
also,
alien
like,
it is.
it also really shows how lazy to a point it is, right? Because if you look at not just the Middle East, right, the entire world almost, some of the biggest events were women doing things.
yeah.
Women poisoning people, women, I don't know, destabilizing
Women
a
becoming a
region,
pharaoh.
marrying the king and
Women
whatever.
doing things?
Yeah, like they could
What?
have taken a lot of inspiration.
You're not supposed to do that.
One thing I would have loved to see and was hoping to see was that apparently this is one interesting thing in the lore. Remember the heirs of Castamere, whatever, the evil guys that ran Umbar?
Fuck, man.
They had one of them left was one of their wives was left, and I thought, wouldn't it have been so cool if she was trying to like reinstall the heirs? That would have been interesting because it would have been political things like that, but they didn't do anything.
They were very quick to abandon the actual race of man politics from these expansions. I heard someone say the other day, "Oh, I really love how political," and they really explored the political aspect of the race of these areas. No, they don't.
No,
they didn't.
They do like that's the other thing. It's like I again like that's where I'm like no, there's nothing interesting here. There's nothing ambitious. There's nothing explorative. It's kind of just like long name dump. That's I feel I could be wrong. I genuinely could be wrong. That's how I feel.
With it with Heirs of Castamere. I didn't really like the Heirs of Castamere because it was. I know what they were trying to do with Gondor, King's Gondor. They were trying to make it so it's more morally grey and it's more shows a different side of Gondor, which the intention was to kind of set up Umbar being not necessarily an evil place, but a bit more sympathetic. Problem is, they did it by basically bashing Gondor narratively, and they were like, actually no, Gondor, the Heirs of Castamere, they're the bad guys. This woman, the Kindred of the Coins, they're actually good guys, kind of. It's like, well, that's so basic. They could have explored it more, and then they just kind of abandoned it in favor of go to Uduk Bur and defeat the Toogie Boogie and the Fardoof and the Big Bad Morgoth. It's like we're back to that again, and it's like they really should. They could have committed, and they could have made a really interesting thing there, but again, it's probably a fact that the storyline is like 3 expansions long. And it's like everything they do, they keep setting things up right to the end. They don't pay things off. And if they did make it a bit more smaller in scope, maybe it would have been a bit more of an enjoyable story.
And this is where their side quests like do shine through, because I was doing them. There was some in Ontrue. I was really enjoying them. Like it was just about like the life and culture of like that small dwarven town, and it was actually pretty good. Like it was really interesting because it was the first time they'd come up out of the ground in 100 years, and it was just little slice of life stories like the type you get in Staddle, where there was one dwarf wanting you to collect special meteor rocks that had fallen across the desert, collect them so he could make an axe for the new prince. That was good. I enjoyed that. It was just interesting kind of slice of life stuff.
Yeah, slice of life in Umbar City as well was also really, really cool. Right, let's just get this quest read.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Because you have aided me on this day, I will give you some advice, stranger. The fighting strength of Ordak is greatly diminished following Bar Kush's war, but it was not eliminated. He would have wisdom. He who would have wisdom who avoids Amak's door on the last great redoubt of the Ordak in the Mur. They say that the Hull died upon a distant field during the war, but no empire can last without its leader. A new Hull will come to power in Ordak. The surest sign of our fortunes changing would be for the men Undari to return to us at last. Go in peace, and remember, the Ordakai remain a danger in the Mur, despite their defeat in the north. So yeah, Amak's Door is now set up as the big bad place. This is their last stronghold.
Okay.
They're setting that up now.
Oh, see, I haven't been to that place yet. I actually haven't, so I'll be interested to see it.
Thank you for indulging me in this detour, my friend. Let us return to the dry lake bed and collect our companion who remained behind. I am certain that Rahazi will have appreciated the time she spent in contemplation, but now we must decide our next course.
I have to say, join the company of the East Road. The leader, Mowine, he's a very cool guy. He does daily bird facts. He does daily bird facts and trivia. It's great.
Amazing.
Are you the leader now, Mowine?
He is.
I'm the leader of East Road now.
Yeah, Diola stepped down.
Congratulations. I heard about that.
Before you leave them, Mowine, give us a bird fact. Go on.
A bird fact. Oh shit, I wasn't ready for this. Let me give you the one I gave the kin today. Hold on.
Yeah.
I posted it in the Discord.
Talk to me about that. Go on.
Right. There's a bird in Africa named the honeyguide. Right. It works in a symbiotic relationship with humans to find beehives. Now, the bird itself cannot eat honey, but it eats the beeswax and the larva. And it finds beehives, and then it has a specific sound it makes to attract and guide humans to beehives. And then the humans will harvest the honey and give it the rest. And also, even the local populations there have their own sounds that they use exclusively to attract the honeyguides. This
Cool,
symbiotic
sick.
relationship is believed to be so old, it goes back to our ancestors, the Homo erectus.
Wow,
Wow.
that's
Wow.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
That's
that.
sick.
Yeah.
Lamau.
Chat, did you know that?
Well-
Chat,
Whoa.
do you feel
No.
do you feel educated? Do you feel like you're getting smarter?
If you join Company of the East Road, you can get this knowledge and more every day.
Yeah.
Think about
So that's Company of the
I
East
think
Road on
I
the
want
server.
to join company.
That's the
of
company.
East
That's
Road.
the Company of the East Road. Don't interrupt me, man.
That's the company of the East Road on server Myriadoc.
Yes.
This has
there we
been
go.
Grot Maggot.
Whatever.
Thank you for watching.
We're not ending yet. I'm lagging so badly here. Give me a second. We might save it. We might save it. These are your heroes of Middle Earth, folks. I'm sorry you had to see the brutal reality of Lotro's lack of polish. It's my computer's fine. It's not overheating. It's very responsive. It is literally the game. Oh dear. Apparently
I
I'm
mean, I
dead,
should have.
boys.
I could have kept you alive if I had used my brain. But as a
Yeah,
girl,
but the game is
you know,
completely
like,
shitting the bed. Yeah, no, it's when I'm in the riverbed. This is just like beta. When I was in the riverbed, it would fucking freeze up. It was horrid. Really
That's weird. I
bad.
haven't had that happen yet, but like I wonder why specifically that's happened to you twice. Oh, cool. There's boats here. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's some bolts.
oh,
Okay,
sick.
okay. That's sick. That is sick.
Ooh.
It's a detail, I guess. Also, you're acting
It is a
very
detail.
high elf mariner right now, which. you
Oh,
know,
it's
is
a
being bit
boat.
of
I love
stereotype.
boats.
I
I'm an
love
elf.
boats. I love boats. I love water. IRL
Cool.
in game. I just.
I think we're back.
However,
I
they
like
kind of seem like they're in
shallow water.
too good a condition. Yeah, me too. Me too. Oh no, I like deep water too.
If it's the reflections on
Nah,
the water,
nah.
maybe.
That's really weird. That happened.
Well, it's like the game can't use multiple cores, right? So it definitely has bottlenecks.
yeah.
It's really not that optimized.
Reminder that we have call-ins, and if you follow the link in the pinned message on the Twitch chat, you can come and talk to us and tell us that we suck in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Hey, speaking,
talk
I
about our
can't say that,
stream.
Arendis, I cannot say that you suck because, really interestingly, I did not realize that the thing we're in currently right now, like this dry riverbed, is a dry riverbed. It's the big dry riverbed they've been talking about because
It's a lake bed.
the way things are
Yeah.
designed, I just kind of just ended up in it. Like I don't know how to explain
Uh-huh.
it, but there wasn't enough of a transition to convince me that this was, I don't know, a riverbed, a lake bed, whatever it was. I'm lagging here too.
Right.
Yeah, really bad actually.
I'm not the only one then.
It's me. It's FPS rather. It's not lag. It's just they're just.
You say
Hey,
look at
hey,
this.
a big
hey!
bird.
Grot Maggot moment! Grot Maggot
I
moment!
can't
Come
look
here!
at this. I'm literally in the middle of a lag. Did I crash? I think this might actually just be a sign that we need to fucking stop. Because this is actually
did say-
fucking annoying.
We did say we were gonna go not as long as usual. Well, to
Yeah, but
ourselves.
it's only been
Or I
2
restart the
hours.
game and
We
try
haven't
that.
even had Mimo call in yet.
I know.
I don't think we will.
Have you tried uninstalling your operating system?
If I
And
just
then
tried
installing it
smashing my
again.
computer with a hammer out of rage.
And then putting the pieces back together. That's a really good one, yeah.
Have you
Do that.
tried Redacted? I have tried Epstein. Redacted. Have you tried running into a wall? I bet I have. I bet I have ran into a wall. Where am I?
All right, guys.
Give-
We need to give them something to talk about in chat. Fucking
What's your favorite color?
no. What's your favorite Lotro expansion? Actually,
Ivan says, should I do
Yes,
a call
please
in to
call
complain
in.
about Josh Drive Haze? Let me try and put my Josh Drive
Please
Haze.
do.
voice
I
on.
would like to hear about that
You
as
can-
a
Oh,
new
Miyabi.
initiate, as a new subscriber.
reading the books. Yeah, I agree. Best expansion.
Yeah, we got someone in the waiting room that we
Oh,
can
yeah, we got
add,
Ivar.
but that's up to you.
Pull him in.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
He's here.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Ivor.
Hello. Yes, me.
How's it
How
going?
are
Hi.
you?
Hello, you.
Okay, now I heard.
Let's talk
echo.
about Josh Strafe Hayes.
Yes.
What's up with
Yes,
Josh
it
Drive
was-
Haze? Talk to me
was,
about.
It's you guys talked about earlier. It's something that I always find relatively frustrating about Joshua Hayes is that as much as he sounds somebody who really knows what he's doing, he is somebody who is an old school RuneScape player, and he
Yes.
basically bases all his judgment on how one plays old school RuneScape. And like old school RuneScape is like a browser game that you just you come back from home, you pull up your browser, you just yeet it in there, and you chat with your friends while making your homework. That's how it always
Counterpoint,
generally was.
that is what makes RuneScape great, but it also
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be guilty of saying like of the same thing, because I used to play RuneScape way back in the day, and what I found was, all right, it's a different sort of vibe of a different. It's not like a typical traditional MMO. It's more like a old multi-user dungeon, like way back in the day, right? But it has so many different activities, but you
No.
can just go out and do anything you want. And if you
Yeah.
incorporated a few extracurricular activities in Lotro, I think it would benefit this game. But I'm not saying it's like it's a completely different genre. I think.
It is a great game, but it's like, to me, one thing that I have always noticed about RuneScape is that it's a game where social activity is more the primes, more the cores. Like everything else is like is a long time grind. So any game where you can get to a particular higher efficiency faster, he tends to immediately call them bad as, oh, there's too much min-maxing. And I'm like I can understand it in some games, but there are some other games where it's like there isn't a lot of min-maxing in that game, but apparently because you don't have to mine for or cut wood for 5 years until you can get like 100% wood cutting thing.
That is
Apparently
RuneScape in a
that it's
nutshell,
suddenly
right?
like, oh, you get too fast and you min-max too fast, and it takes all the fun out of the game. And it's like, yeah, but you're not supposed to play it the same way as you play RuneScape.
Well, exactly. Does he even mention how in RuneScape there is so much more min-maxing in RuneScape now than there was when, say, I played it?
Oh, yeah.
People
Exactly, yeah.
have strategies and techniques in order to really be the most efficient way. Again, the game is like actually shit in the bed again. What the fuck? Oh, sorry.
Did Lotro break for you? What did you do?
Oh, I don't know, buddy. It's all goofy today.
What did Scenario do? I think he put too many assets in this area or something.
Definitely not my the poor little laptop that couldn't, guys.
Oh my god, why? See, my FPS is freaking, when I look at the Dragon Bones, it goes down to 20 FPS. And this is from 2007, this game.
See, again, we have to look down. Gamers never look up because they lose their frame rate. We have to look down. We can't explore and really appreciate the Dragon Bones, because if I want a smooth experience, I'm going to have to play like this. We are playing like it is RuneScape. Let's go.
But the reality is, I could play a more beautiful game with probably better combat and not get FPS. So then why am I doing this? That's the question.
Well, because the zones are very poorly optimized, Schmooze. Exactly. 100%.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that they should have just done with Lord of the Rings Online. It's just like with all the money, I find it sad that like they could have done a lot of things, but what I just generally wish that they have just one day did is that's like, hey, let's look at the game's engine, the engine itself. Let's grab that. Let's flop up the entire engine and untangle it like somebody untangles Christmas lights before setting up a Christmas tree, and then try to figure out how can we make this game run on more cores? Because how the fuck does every other freaking goddamn software that even fucking Age of Empires original edition that literally has been dropped into dirt because they already HD and then a definitive edition, the game at the fucking 90s run on more cores than fucking Lord of the Rings Online. I do not understand that.
You're bringing the energy today. I love it.
No, but it's a good question.
I'm going to take the official SSG line and say, quite literally, they don't have the engineers that know how to make, like, the work the code, right? Server performance is like a constant battle with this game, right? And there has been a few things that they've addressed that has made a marked improvement, but it really is just down to like 2 or 3 guys. I'm not joking. And they've got to work on both Lotro and DDO because it's shared.
Yeah.
The resources on that end are shared between both games. And
I do get that, but I'm like if we are going to look at the shit amount of money that goes into this game, and I'm like, look, I know that that's my only take, my only thing that I can generally agree with is like it is in the U.S. and the U.S. working culture is dystopian, but like if I'm taking it from a more of a European point of view, I'm like, without all the money, you could easily go and hire engineers.
Yeah,
No,
but-
yeah, your point is a fair one because it's something like, okay, fine, Lotro doesn't have a lot of money, it has a limited team size. However, over its lifetime, it has made a lot of money that could have been used in some respects to fix some of these issues, and they weren't.
How much of that money goes back into the game, and how much of it just goes to Daybreak?
Well, that's it. But I think
that's the real question.
You should still complain about it though, because they need to hear that.
They need to know.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, but at this point, saying we don't have the resources, as no matter how true that is
Right, yeah,
not
yeah,
what players need to hear. Players are no, we don't have fucking resources, but it comes sometimes. It just feels like it's an excuse, and
it's also not entirely true in the sense of yes, like SSG does not have the literal resources. We get that. However, when they're charging, as I always say, 200 for an extreme version of the expansion pack, and we know people buy them. Yeah, I know, but whatever, same thing. That money is going somewhere. So where and why is it not gone back into the game? That is something consumers have every right to ask and should be asking.
You know, they keep talking about that fucking thing, but Ryan, remember that fucking thing? It's like, I have an idea that is so cool.
That no other game has.
That no other game has, and I can't talk about it or else they'll steal my idea. You want that in the game? You deserve to have that in the game. I really want to see more cool shit. I want to see this game be the best it can possibly be. But I also think that they need to actually do the legwork as well, because how much is it of it? It could just be excuses. Go on. Go ahead.
As we started about Joseph Hayes, his last video about Ashes of Creation was him literally saying that people and generally game developers should stop saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna make a game that's gonna be the best ever." Which is exactly what it's like. Yeah, overhyped. Yeah. They should stop doing it because what Joseph Hayes also pointed out is literally, which he is correcting on that point, is just that people are always looking for the new biggest MMO because they just kind of want to recapture that feeling from back when they were younger and they come home and just go play something after school, something like that. The feeling that just, hard to swallow pill. Never will ever come back. Unfortunately, you have to pay taxes now. Those will be forever.
No, I know exactly the video you're referencing to, and it's like, like on one hand, a lot of it is like you're never gonna go back.
Bro,
what?
I just got on my horse.
Sorry, get back.
And
on
then
your horse.
You get off your horse.
Did you collect the quest
fucking
at least?
turtle? I'm so tired.
Now, guys, I agree with you, but I have to say something. I always do. I agree. No, a lot of love for MMOs is nostalgia. And I mean, I've talked about this before with Lotro. Like Lotro, a lot of it is similar to how it always was. It just feels different because a lot of the player base is older. At the same time, though, I think it is true that overall, something has changed. Games are less ambitious. MMOs are less ambitious. They're just copying and doing the same thing. And sometimes I think that what people long for is not just the feeling they had when playing the games, but the feeling that each game that released was trying to do something new. When MMOs first came out, they were doing something new. Most MMOs came with a new system or a new IP. World of Warcraft was the first time we had, say, a Warcraft MMO. When the MMOs before it were the first MMO, Lord of the Rings Online was the first Lord of the Rings MMO.
And it'll be the only
There's something about that fresh, the only one. There's something about that freshness that people want that games have stuttered and stalled on. And it's also not helped by like gamers' own nostalgia of, I want a game that feels just like 2003. I don't think people really know what they want, but I think some of it is missing that element of newness and experimentation that was there when we were kids in every game we played. Every game, or a lot of them, had a new system or an iterated system or a new different graphics. There was something new to pick up. Now it gets a little complacent.
I literally remember being somebody that is an MMO hopper. I literally been hopping from MMO to MMO since 2010s, and I remember every single MMO there was this type of dogma, this type of religious taboo about anything. anything remotely closely similar to World of Warcraft.
Yes, that's right.
Which was funny because it was actually for Guild Wars 2 was actually one of the biggest problems. Guild Wars 2 literally almost went down because Guild Wars, even ArenaNet, the developers of Guild Wars 3, of Guild Wars 2, tried their damned hardest, avoiding anything that World of Warcraft did.
I remember that.
Eventually, they realized that it was not going to work. It was going to damage the player base. So they did eventually brought in mounts, but they did it in their own way. They did it in a new way, which is an interesting way. And
their mounts are great. I played them.
Yeah.
They're so good. That's something where when I tried their mounts, because I tried Guild Wars 2 like for a couple days some months back, and I was like, wow, this feels so good. I love this. This is new. Like the mount system is so cool.
Yeah, the last, I don't know if it's the last expansion or the expansion before, because I don't know if they released another expansion, but the one expansion for the Kanta expansion, one of the mounts are boats. You can boats, mounts. And I'm like,
boats!
They should have this in Lord of the Rings Online.
Yeah.
I swear, they should have. They should just like this, like you already have a kind of an physics engine when it comes to water. You know, it's like at certain moments your horse will dismount because the water is too deep.
Just invert.
It's like now imagine now if you take that moment when that happens, but then instead of grabbing like a horse, you grab something like a war-steed boat.
Literally.
A boat like with war-steed mechanics.
Yep.
Do that.
Not more mechanics.
Fantastic.
Dude, it would work on a boat. It probably actually feel okay in the water, you know, as long as you don't have things to bump into. But yeah, that was something that they could have done for Umbar, but they honestly chose not to. And that was like, they could have done it. It may not have been the most cool, like...
should have done it, even if it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, it may not have been the most polished thing, but over the time, it would have added a new system. Now, does that system need to be complex? Does it have to have progression? No. Like War Steeds originally was like, yeah, they had this whole progression system, they had the trait trees and all this, but with boats, you didn't need that. You could have just had the boat as an optional method to travel. And yeah,
Rusty's in the waiting room. Rusty's in the waiting room, and we have some very good things in chat.
It's been great to talk to you, buddy. We're gonna kick you out now.
No,
we gotta do
it's fine. I was done anyway.
Another time.
Take it easy. Rusty, it's time for you to shut up my stream, I guess.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's on. You're loud and clear.
Oh, my bad. I logged in with the wrong thing. Anyway, thanks for letting me to the call, guys. I'm a, first-time listener, not a first-time caller. So a lot of what's been said has really been kind of parsing through my brain, and it's brought back a lot of memories, actually. I don't know if you guys know this. Actually, maybe Nen, you might know the story. You might know the story.
Yeah, I don't know it.
So, look, don't call me a conspiracy theorist. I'm just one woman with opinions. So all this talk about Lotro and the money and the funding, it's really got my gears turning. Now, those who are true Rusty fans, all right, they know that a couple months back, I made my way back on the game after a 1.5 year long hiatus. All right. You know this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, you played Roblox.
I did play Roblox. I went into a psychosis and I played Roblox. And mind you, actually, funny thing about Roblox, it has ray tracing. How does Roblox have ray tracing?
Are you?
And it can. I'm not even joking. You can if you're a game developer in Roblox, you can actually build ray tracing into your games.
Why
there are a ton of games. Why doesn't Lotro have it? How the fuck does Roblox have ray tracing and Lotro? Anyway, whatever. I'm not even going to play this game. Okay. So that time off, that psychosis, that terrible, terrible period, that dark period in my life where I was potentially involved with multiple house fires really put me into a state where I thought, all right, Rusty, you got to clean up your act. You got to put the bottle down. You got to seek help. So I did. I went to therapy and I was talking through things with my therapist for a long time. And, I kept lingering on this year because the funny thing is that while I did spend a year playing Roblox, I don't remember like 98% of it. And it wasn't until a couple months back when I finally had a revival of my memory. And I remembered a key moment in my life that I had buried and forgotten about for the longest time. And this was also in an alcohol blitz, mind you.
Okay.
Fun.
Yeah, get to
So
the
we all
point.
been there.
About a year. Okay, guys, it takes a while. Okay, a good story is not told in a second. All right.
We know. After Chad ruined your joke last time.
Yeah, come on. So about a year back, all right, I was making my way through Massachusetts. All right. And I found myself in this small town, Needham, I think it was
Needham,
called.
Massachusetts, yeah.
Needham,
Yeah.
Needham, Massachusetts. How do you know that?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
You've heard, okay, I was in Needham,
I've heard of it.
Massachusetts. I was just, look, I like to travel. I'm a woman of the world. I go here, I go there. So I made my way to Needham, Massachusetts. Beautiful place, mind you. Beautiful place. McDonald's on every corner.
Really?
You wouldn't believe it. Beautiful. Some of the best quarter pounders you've ever
Wow.
had in your life.
Ooh,
So I'm walking down the
nice.
street. All right. I'm walking down the street like anybody else, any good Samaritan. I don't drive. I'm not rich. As the chat knows, as many have pointed out, I live in detrimental poverty. So I'm walking, I'm using my legs. I'm a thin woman. Okay.
As you should be.
All of a sudden, a car passes by me, a BMW iX3 SUV. Now, that's not the kind of car you see in Needham, all right? You're seeing beaten up Toyotas, Honda, Civics, whatever. It's a regular Joe Schmo town. It's nothing. And if you've been to the States, and if you're a traveler like me, you would know that. I'm looking at myself, I'm thinking, what's this $1 million car doing on these busted down streets with all these potholes? The guy drives by, and I'm looking at the car, and all of a sudden he stops and he looks at me, and I don't get a good look at his face because mind you, I have very poor vision, and I have no intention of ever wearing my glasses. And he looks at me, and I look at him, and then out of nowhere, the guy just spits right on the floor. I go, what the fuck?
No.
And he called me a piece of tree. So rude, disgusting, disgusting. Spits right on me, calls me a piece of shit, drives off. And I don't catch a lick of what he looks like. All right. All I see is this long, dark hair. And could be man, could be woman. I don't know. Just by the build, I'm just going to say it's probably a man. Long, dark hair. Now, this memory had been buried in my mind for years. Okay. This man spitting on my face in the streets of Needham, Massachusetts. Okay.
How do you spell that?
Don't just
I don't know.
Keep going. This is good.
Okay, until a couple days ago, okay, someone releases a particular set of files. All right, I'm going through them. I don't have a job. I have nothing to do.
Wait a minute.
Don't worry. Just stay with me. So I'm going through these files. Just an old friend of mine, old financier. It doesn't matter. You probably wouldn't know him. Going through this buddy's files, and I see this really interesting news clipping that I haven't seen before. And apparently, I go looking for this online. It's been scrubbed. It's been scrubbed off the internet, but this guy has a copy of it in his email. And of course, as you know, again, I have that memory in my mind of this guy spitting on me in this car. Now, do you mind if I read a passage from this, Grot? Do you guys mind?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, this directly wraps into Lotro, because remember, what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to happen about a year ago? What was supposed to happen? An Amazon Lord of the Rings MMO was supposed to come out, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was.
And then all of a sudden, it's scrapped. No one knows why. No one knows how. And Lotro, as much of the chat has pointed out, remains the final and the only Lord of the Rings MMO. And you kind of look at this game and you think, how the fuck has this shit survived? 20 fucking years?
Almost
how
20 years.
This game? They shut down Club Penguin. Club Penguin is backed by that Disney money.
Club Penguin had that Disney money, right? It was crazy.
They had that Disney money.
They didn't
I was in that store every fucking day buying those fucking Puffle plushies. Okay, I was a
those
whale.
Cards, those like penguin jitsu cards.
Oh yes, I do.
Those as well.
They're like, so you gotta wonder, like, how the fuck does a Disney anyway? Lotro versus that? No fucking way. No shot
contest.
that Lotro would stay alive.
I'd be a Club Penguin Raider any day if it was still around.
I'm telling you, there's got to be something behind this game.
Yeah.
So I'm going through the files, And again, how the fuck does an Amazon MMO get torn down? Well, listen to this. Listen to this, okay? Sources report that a man of notably large, heavy-set build with long, messy hair allegedly ran over Amazon founder Jeffrey Bezos in an incident kept hidden from the public. Most notably, and this is key, the man was driving a BMW iX3. Makes you wonder where that Lotro money's going, huh? Which witnesses say added to the sudden and shocking nature of the encounter. He was described as wearing dark, loose clothing with hair partially obscuring his face and features. Authorities and corporate representatives have remained unusually tight-lipped, and digital traces of the event appear to have been erased, leaving the story circulating only through whispered accounts and anonymous tips. So, how does this all wrap together? Well, here I am, back on the game, and this is funny how I ended up in this this stream, because as you know, I don't listen to this. This is the first time I've ever listened to this.
This is we don't even know who you are. Yeah.
I don't know who you are. I don't know. I mean, for all I know, just based on your accent, I would estimate you're probably from, I want to say, Djibouti. I don't know. I don't know accents.
I have family in Djibouti. That's all there is to that.
What a lovely coincidence.
Djibouti is a country, a little place in Mongolia. If you didn't know, guys.
Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, is it in Mongolia?
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. I want to get into this of your little.
Yeah. So I come back to Lotro. I say, let me catch up. Let me see what's going on. All right. Let me see what's going on. I click on a stream. Who do I see? Who do you think I see? A notably large, a man of notably large, heavy-set build with long, messy hair. Who do you think that describes?
No.
Could be the guy who assaulted you.
Who do you think? What? Who do you think was driving that car when they almost ran me over and need him? Who do you think was driving that car when they did?
Who was driving?
Jeffrey Bezos.
Nemo subs. Who was driving? I don't know. I'm just a girl. Who was driving?
I actually don't know. I was hoping you could tell me.
Well, I think that will conclude your message here, Rusty. I can't have you revealing the secrets of what's going on here. I think you've been digging a bit too deep.
Yeah.
You've been digging a bit too deep, buddy.
I'm just one woman with a message and a whole year to fill in the blanks.
Don't worry.
You should stop asking questions.
They'll get you out of the way.
I didn't ask a question.
You've been asking too many questions.
I don't think I asked a question.
Who is that person?
Memo subs.
I think I've just been ranting.
I just got a message from Memo subs. You have won a free vacation to, and you're not going to believe this, Mongolia. And your plane leaves tomorrow.
I really wish I knew where Mongolia was. Is that also?
Yeah, well, don't worry because the plane knows. But take your ticket. You're going to Mongolia. Don't worry about anything, okay?
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm good. I got work. I'm trying to pick up the pieces here.
No.
My kids need therapy. I'm good.
We'll take care of you.
There's a whole allowance thing.
We'll put you on.
You get an allowance
in Mongolia.
No, I'm
As you know, Mongolia is definitely not a landlocked country.
It's an archipelago.
Yeah. All right.
Right. So now what?
Yeah.
So now what? Who knows?
Well,
so now
your plane leaves tomorrow.
I'm just a humble Lotro YouTube streamer guy on Twitch. So I don't know anything about all that, ladies and gentlemen. I think actually this person is insane in the membrane and not a single word should be taken seriously whatsoever.
You know what, Grot? I pray to God you never find yourself on the streets of Needham, Massachusetts, because God knows. I pray to God I never get found behind a wheel.
That's some fighting words there, buddy.
Wait, did you catch the license plate of this person?
No, don't stop. There's enough now.
Yeah, it was 80085.
Get out of the call. This is different. This information people shouldn't know about that.
Thank you for calling, Rusty. As always, a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta go see my friend at his house anyway. There's been an accident or something. I don't know. Again. I don't really. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the stream, guys.
No, I think this is a good time to call it, maybe. So,
yeah.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Every single one of you. I love you all like you are family.